Okay, so in this one we're going to look at wireframing, and I talked about this a little bit in the last video, but essentially what you want is you want both the structure and the design, and there are tools online that allow you to do this. There's one here I pulled up called gomockingbird.com. There's Mockflow, I've used that before, and essentially it allows you to build an outline. This isn't the finished design, this is just an outline of the design. You can drag on navigation bars, and you can mess around with things like this, and you can change the page. You know, this is a beginner page, and this is an intermediate page, and so on. I think that's a spelling mistake there, which is helping me out. Oh no, one G, two N's, I think it is. Yeah. So this gives you an idea of how we can start putting together a mock flow diagram. We can start putting, what the features are. We can have a big header up here, and we can have information down here. We can have a button over here, and all of this sort of stuff. So you move it around and you build a template, but there's more to it than that as well, because what you want to do is you want to link pages together. So you might want to link this onto here. So when we click on this, when you click on this, I think I can. When I click on this, it should take me to the next step. Let's hang on, see if we can save this and see if we can run it. Preview. Let's preview this here. So we can see a page here, and when I click on this, it takes me to another page that's blank at the moment, and these are our two pages we've got running now. So that's a really cool little tool online, but the problem is that when you're just brainstorming, you don't want to be hindered by buttons and this sort of thing. So I recommend that you just get stuck in pen and paper and you start sketching out the ideas, because particularly if you're working in a team, you want to do it quickly without any problems, and you just want to get started. So what I do is straight away when I'm wireframing is I draw out my basic homepage design. Okay, and on that homepage design, these are the three main elements that I work on. There is, well, actually, I usually start with thinking about the background. It may seem silly, but in fact, that is just that. It's my pen is giving me issues. There we go. Background. That may seem silly, but in fact the background ties everything together. So we'll talk about background design, and we'll do a video on setting up a background in CSS and so on. Number two is you talk about the header design and what you want in the header, and I usually draw a box like this. It doesn't have to actually be square on the page, but you want to draw a square box, because that's how elements are viewed in HTML. So you've got a square element where there will be content, maybe a logo, maybe a picture, maybe maybe a number that they can call. And then number three, you would look at your columns. So you would look at columns or sidebars as they may be. So, oh, oh, my pen is doing funny things at the moment. Sidebars. There we go. And so you might draw a sidebar here, and you might say, well, this is going to be our main sidebar with some sort of gizmos and gadgets connecting us to Facebook, and we're just going to have one sidebar and some main content here. And then you might want to look at menus. Now the columns and sidebars and menus kind of go in either order, but I do it in this order. You want to look at your menu. Where is your page menu going to be? Is it going to be down the side here? Is it going to be in the page somehow? Is it going to be this is my favorite type, which goes just under the header with little kind of options going along where they can click on it, and it hovers into a drop down. And then once you've done that, then you look at special features. So you look at features, and the features might include a flash gallery. There might be a picture gallery you want on here. There might be some kind of gizmo like a map from Google Maps, or you might have a flashed little applet that kind of does some diagram. You might have video imported in here. You might have sound playing. There's all sorts of little gizmos and features that you might want for your website, but they're kind of an add-on that you add in at the end once you've figured out the basic layout. And once this is really template wireframe, and this is just the template, right? This is just the basic outline of what your page will look like. It doesn't outline the list of pages and how they connect together. So if you've got, in general, a simple website would be very simple. You'd have no more than 2 layers. And you could list it almost like bullet points. You could say page 1, and then a sub page here, and then etc 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 going down, and then page 2 and a sub pages like this going down again. So that's the general format that you do, but sometimes you want slightly more complex. You might want a sales website, and in a sales website you want all of your pages on the website linking, so you have page here, page here, page here, and you want a link to maybe a sales page that says, you know, click here for great offer, and it would link to a sales page, and then this one page would link through, and often they have a funnel like this, and it would have 3 pages in a row, and nothing else on the website links to these pages. And in fact, sometimes they even make it so you can't get to this page unless you've clicked on this page. And there is a reason for that. The reason is because you get lots of people clicking to this page, and they read this text, and you get a conversion. Maybe you get 20% that click through here, and then they might see some more information with prices and sort of off, you know, extras and things they can buy, and then maybe you get maybe 2% that finally click through and actually click here to enter their credit card details and buy. Now, if you mess around with these, you'll be able to get an idea of your conversion ratio, and say you put something extra in here, and you put an orange title, and suddenly you get maybe 30% of people that go to the next page, and you're like, oh, okay, so orange is a great color for this type of person that's looking at this website. You know, let's use more orange. And on this page, maybe you change the price. Maybe you say, instead of $10, you put it to $20, and what that will do is it will suddenly mean that people buy more. But strangely, it often happens that if you increase the price, suddenly people buy more. So that's another sort of website structure, a schematic that you might have. And each of these pages might have completely different designs. But in general, for a standard kind of information website setup that just want to sort of give some shop window to the world, you go for this kind of basic template design and a basic page layout menu. So there we go, there's some wireframing tips.